might not be the first one, but it might have the best kind of product. And I think that's sort of where we're actually optimistic about things. So like we want to be right. We want to be fast, but we also don't want to like rush things out the door and then have it fail. Like that's gonna leave us nowhere. So
yeah. So we're 2 minutes over time, and I want to let you get back to your workday, but there's just 2 more questions if you have a sec.
Yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned a couple people that we should speak with. Is there anyone else that you think like we absolutely have to talk to?
So you're talking with Utah, you're talking with Jake and
Justin.
Anybody else?
We're going to talk with Wang.
Yep.
We're going to talk with Eli, Damien, Leon, Patrick, and George.
Okay.
Seems like a pretty full list, and I know it's not even a big team.
Yeah, no. So just on that, like, I should probably give you a little background on Eli. Eli and Damien are our community managers.
Yes.
They are. So Damien's an employee of We Trust part-time, I believe.
Okay.
Although he is not really contributing to the community anymore, I think he's just kind of acting as a representative of We Trust and going to sorts of conferences and just sort of reporting back. So I think that Eli is basically the main community manager right now, and he's awesome. Like he's been doing a great job, and is like.
I've read some of his posts in Telegram. I really like his.
Yeah, he's great. He's like, he's absolutely great. Damien probably wasn't as effective as Eli.
Right.
But yeah, the other person, Leon. Leon is, so Leon is sort of the original marketer. He's been the guy writing the blog posts and interviews and things like that.
Okay. Yep.
He has a full-time job at Samsung, so he's not really.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he's basically like, or I don't know if it's Samsung anymore, but he has another full-time job. He's an engineer. So he's doing this sort of marketing thing on the side.
That's funny for an engineer.
I know, right? I don't know how this happened, but yeah, so he was here before I got here. So he's been sort of in and out. There hasn't been like, since Jake's gotten here, Jake's been sort of taking most of his responsibilities, but Leon's still around, so he's definitely still worth talking to.
Sure.
But the rest of them, I mean, like Justin is VP of engineering. Like I said, I'm VP of product, and Wang is VP of R&D and also a founder. And so like that's, Wang is awesome, and you guys are going to love talking to him.
Awesome. That's great. Okay.
Aside from Utah and Jake, like that's probably
cool.
The people.
Cool. Perfect. Good list. Okay. Last question. How do you want to be involved in the rest of what we're doing with content strategy? I mean, I always think like, I've been in companies where marketing or growth and product are really siloed, and it's not something that I really enjoy working with because I think they should talk to each other. But how involved do you want to be in the content strategy work?
I mean, as involved as you let me be. Like I would love to be sort of very much in line and sort of into what you're doing. Only because like, if we're building this product platform out, like content strategy is going to be a big part of it. And so like, we're going to have to work to sort of get that out.
Yep.
I mean, like I'm literally just in the first days of planning out this sort of giant PRD. And so like,
I get it.
We'll get it to you probably hopefully by the end of this week. And so maybe that'll give a little bit more clarity into what it is we're doing and where you can kind of fill the gaps that need to be filled, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool. That sounds awesome. I'll definitely keep you updated. We had talked like before the kickoff, you never really know what you're walking into, but they were interested in doing like foundational content strategy stuff. So, the thing that I really want to do is like make sure we have like mission, vision, tone of voice, brand pillars, like all like figure out like what our framework is that we're working under. And obviously it's going to shift, right? Like I don't want to build a content strategy for where you guys were a month ago. I want to build where you're going to be in 6 or 12 months, right? So I think it's important, that we work closely together because that's all in your head right now and it's not like in the world. So we need to develop that. So yes, this week and next we're going to finish hopefully all the rest of the stakeholder interviews. Then we're going to move on to customer interviews from a content strategy perspective. I understand that Utah is doing UX interviews, but we want to, understand like who are these people who are using the product now? Okay. And we probably should also talk to, especially if we go down this platform direction, like developers. Like what do developers want to see? How do they consume their content? So I'm just really trying to get a deep understanding of that. And then we could put our heads together and say like, you guys will tell me, like, we think we should build these things and then we're going to make them into a cohesive marketing strategy.
I mean, if you want to save some time, I would even recommend not even pursuing sort of TLC user base. I would just it's because we're not going to be, I mean, we've made a decision to not actively target those people. And so like, I think that the more time you spend the more time you spend understanding developers' needs and their content needs, like I think that would be really, really, really beneficial for all of us. And so that's where we're going. And it'll save you guys time. Don't waste time.
Absolutely. And honestly, this is why we talk to the team members first, because a perspective like that is going to save us so much effort in the long run. So like, I really appreciate you saying that.
Sure. I mean, it's not going to be valuable stuff, but I just think that like, the direction the company's headed, like it's probably not.
Yeah. Yeah. And it seems like you guys have realized that the TLCs, it's like you said at the beginning of this call, you said the ecosystem is not there yet. It's just not practical. And it's going to, like, if you push something that's not practical that people don't really need, they're not going to come in, right? No matter how hard you push.
Exactly. It's like building a mobile browser for a flip phone from 1999, basically. Like, like there's no real audience for it except for like super hardcore geeks that like usually have a bank account, and that's not what we're trying to do.
The classic example is Google Glass, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Funny story. I actually set George up to talk to the head of Google, the ex-head of Google Glass, who I worked with at Google on Google Maps for mobile. So he and I are real tight, and he's working on blockchain right now. So
wow. That's interesting. I think, blockchain is the new cool kid on the block, just like, VR was, well, still is kind of in and out, but, blockchain is the thing.
It is.
Cool. Well, thank you so much, Tom. I really appreciate you taking the time. We're going to go through this recording and like take notes and like really examine everything. And we're going to talk to everybody. And I think, I would really like you to be involved in the insights, like discovery, like workshop that we do after the end of so we'll do two. We'll do one after the end of the stakeholder interviews and one at the end of the customer interviews. So like at the end of the stakeholder interviews, I'll say like, this is what we learned. Based on conversations with everybody, this seems to be the direction we can go, and everybody goes like thumbs up or thumbs down. Okay. Then we'll interview like 10 developers, and then we'll come back and we'll do the same thing. Like we learned a whole bunch about how these people consume their content, where they want their content, what kind of things they're interested in being involved with, and then at that point, like how do we reach them?
Sounds good.
Cool. So
again, like ping me anytime you guys need to. Like I'm on Slack all the time. If you have questions, please just feel free. Use me as a resource. Like, yeah.
Great. All right. Thanks, man. Well, we'll be in touch. We'll talk soon.
Thanks.
All right. Nice chatting with you, Matt. Nice to meet you, Paige. See you guys.